One. Okay. So yesterday, guys, we started working on our what to study, right? And if we take a look at that, guys, what was the first question? Whoa, Trista, with her hand raised. Thank you. Okay, very good. So we had to go ahead and predict what LaSalle had to use instead of what? Instead of what? Instead of boats, okay? He had to use something else to travel, okay? So what do you think?
Sled?
Yeah, we had to use sleds, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to number these. I know they're not numbered on your page, but keep these in mind, okay? LaSalle had to use sleds, okay? And how could we go ahead and figure that out? How do we infer that that was the correct answer?
Because...
Anaja, go ahead. Well, you studied, sure, but how can we infer that?
Because it's winter and all the lakes will be frozen.
Exactly, right. It is winter, and so all the lakes are frozen. They needed to use sleds. And I know that we don't often use sleds down here, but, yeah, it doesn't snow as much, right? But when it's up north, and for instance, like right now in New York and against the eastern seaboard, there's a lot of snow, like in Boston. They're getting a lot of snow, up to 4 feet almost. So to kind of show you what 4 feet means, that's like it is snowing, but not that much. Yes.
That's the whole answer.
So I would just put sleds. Okay. Okay, you can add more to it. That's fine. I'm just going to give us a short blip about it so that we have information. All right, Destiny. Where's Destiny? Oh, okay, number 2. What does number 2 say on yours? Explain what St. Augustine accomplished. Now, if we take a look at the word explain, do we see that anywhere in this room? Yeah, what is that? What are those called? Those are high-order thinking buzzwords, right? They make you think, okay? So I ask you to explain what? What am I asking you to explain? Right here. What does it say? I'm pointing to you, Morgan. Number 2. Okay. So in this case, what did you get for an answer, Morgan?
Can I read the whole thing?
Sure.
Founding St. Augustine showed that Spain wanted to expand into other parts of the Americas because their settlements were in Mexico, Central America, and South America, far from Florida. By building a settlement in Florida, they expanded into North America.
Very good. So what we learned here is that Spain wanted to expand. By founding St. Augustine, it showed that Spain wanted to expand. That's the big idea here. Okay. Okay. Number 3, Cameron. You have the something for you. Go ahead and read me what that says. How did the Spanish respond? Okay. Now, in this case, we don't have any of those high-order thinking buzzwords in there. I do see a couple. Trista, help us out. Right, exactly, okay? We responded negatively to Juan's message, okay? And what, Anaja, do you remember what Juan was trying to say? Does anyone remember what Juan was trying to say? Didn't Juan ride somewhere?
Yes.
And didn't he have a couple of things with him?
Oh, I got this.
Lake.
We're number 3, right? He brought a white cross and a red cross.
Right, exactly. He brought a white cross with him. And what did the white cross symbolize? Peace, okay? And the red cross symbolized what, Ruby?
Blood.
Bloodshed, okay, or war, okay? So we're looking at peace and war. And if they responded negatively, what do you think they wanted?
They wanted war?
They wanted war. Good job. They wanted red. They wanted that red cross. They did not respond positively. They responded negatively. Okay, so they responded.
Guys, use the blue. Use the not the light blue, but the dark blue.
I'm gonna use this purple.
Okay.
This one's new. Look at this. All right. So they responded negatively. Okay, Spain responded negatively to 1.
Wait, but it's also Spanish. Wait, I thought they were responding to Julian.
His name is Juan. My hand's raised. What does that mean?
To shut.
Okay, so Spain responded negatively. Well, the Spanish are from Spain, so they responded negatively to Juan. Okay. Number 4. Let's go and take a look. Morgan, what does number 4 say on your sheet?
Number 4 says
1.
trace with the settlements Spain established and missions are now.
Okay. So trace. What does trace mean, Grace? If I go ahead and tell you to trace something, what does it mean?
It means a path to follow, list and step.
A path to follow, list, and steps. It means step by step by step. So if I'm asking you to go ahead and trace what happened, what's going on now? What did Spain establish? Morgan?
Okay, can I read the thing?
Sure.
The Spanish were disappointed when they settled in New Mexico because they did not. What did I do? Wait. Oh, no, I got it. I read it. Spain established settlement and missions in present day.
Very good. Okay, so they established settlements.
So that guy stuck in a J. His name is Juan.
I hear you, Trista. Hold on.
What did it say? Established.
Okay, they established settlements and missions. Okay? Established settlements and missions in present day. What? What is it now?
Mexico.
New Mexico.
Who established settlements?
Spain did.
Settlements.
What?
Are we going to be doing? Are we doing our English today in sinners?
Are we doing what? Okay.
Mr. Heiss. Are we? I can see. How do they know this stuff happened?
Because people transcribed it, they wrote it down. They told it by word of mouth.
Why do they call it present day?
Clement, what's the next one? Okay, so we've done number 4. We should go on to number 5. Go ahead and read me what it tells you for number 5.
Describes how King George III solved the problem of
Pontiac's
rebellion.
Pontiac's rebellion, okay? Do you see any words in there that we see somewhere in this room?
No.
Do you?
Wait. Yeah.
What do you see?
I didn't. Yeah.
Describe.
Oh. Jinx.
Okay, describe. So Trista, go ahead and help me out with that. What do you think? Yeah, he issued the Proclamation of 1763. So King George III issued the Proclamation of 1763. Now, with this, did the English settlers like this very much?
No.
No, they did not. Okay? The Proclamation of 1763 really did not agree with them very much. Move yourself to a spot where you can see. Okay. So, with the Proclamation of 1763, they did not like that very much. It started the idea of the American Revolution when we started this, okay? Okay, what's the next one? Number 6. Number 6. Say his name. Najee, go ahead. What do you think? Number 6, do you have the page in front of you?
Here.
Borrow it from Morgan.
Identify what were surrounded by land reserved for Native Americans in 1763.
Okay, very good. Very good. Najee, what do you think?
The Great Lakes.
Yeah, Great.
The Great Lakes, great job, Najee. I can tell Najee's been studying. Because the Great Lakes is where those Native Americans and the Native American land was reserved for. Okay? The Great Lakes surrounded that. So here, number 6, the Great Lakes surrounded the land. Okay? And really, I'm just writing down short versions so that way I can write bigger. And then you can include this in your notes because all this information should already be there. Number 7.
Abby.
Miss LaBeouf. Number 7, please. Okay, so explain. Okay, we're seeing that word explain again. Ascari, what do you think? Number 7, did you have any help with that one? Okay, so what does it say? It says to explain what the... Who? I forgot. The Native Americans, okay? So what did the Native Americans do? The Native Americans, had they lived here for a while prior to? Yeah, they've been here for a long time. Okay, they were here prior to the English settlers, and so they knew the environment a little bit better. So in the wintertime, what do you think that they needed to go ahead and teach the French traders? Abby. Snowshoes, okay, very good. And, well, canoes is a big one, too. We had talked about that in other chapters, right? But in this case, we're talking about snowshoes. Okay, snowshoes were a big idea here. So you can jot this down. But if I were to go ahead and ask you to explain something, would I want just one word? No, I want you to go ahead and tell me that there's more to it than just one word.
Use the question to answer.
Use the question and answer. Good.
You want to put canoes in?
You can include canoes, but most likely, since it's going to be the French traders, I would focus on the idea of snowshoes. Snowshoes. Yes. What? The test is on Thursday. Okay, number 8. We're also taking tomorrow for Quizlet, so don't worry about that. Okay, number 8.
Madison Carter.
Miss Carter, number 8.
Emperor who Spain accepted a battle with by the type of stipulation.
Okay, very good. So in that case, we are inferring. Okay, Angelina, what does it mean to infer? Right above you.
To figure it out, read between the lines. What are they trying to say?
Okay, what are they trying to say? Okay, so we're inferring. Did you, Angelina, you just got the sheet today, right? Okay, good. So can someone tell me, can someone infer that answer for me? Morgan.
Read the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Spanish sent warships before instead of regular sailing ships because they expected a battle with the French.
They expected a battle with the French. They sent warships, okay? Instead of regular ships or fishing ships, they sent warships, which means they expected war, okay? So they expected a battle with the French.
Oversized, No, I forgot something.
I'll be moving in a second. You're expecting a battle with the French. Yes, Trista. Okay. Go ahead and read me number 9, Trista. Okay, Trista, what does it mean to evaluate?
I know. Well, examine the.
Trista.
Examine, judge, measure,
Okay, so examine, judge, and measure performance. So if I'm asking you to evaluate why they lost the war, Trista, what can you tell me about that? So they lost the support of Native Americans. Yeah. The Native Americans didn't want them around, okay? They got sick of them, and they said, look, we're not going to be able to have you around. And didn't the Native Americans really help out people when they came to this continent? They took a look, and they're like, okay, well, you guys aren't going to be able to eat very well. You're not going to be able to get around very well. Okay, let's go ahead and teach you how we do this. You can decide if you want to use it. So they were very friendly, right, at first. But then they started doing all these different things, proclamations, decided giving them different rules, and they didn't like that very much. So they couldn't get the support from the Native Americans anymore. Trista. Mm-hmm. At first, right?
Yeah.
They wanted to be friendly at first, but that didn't last very long. Number 10. Alden. Go ahead and read me number 10, please. Okay, explain where.
What?
Number 10. What does that say? Does it say? Is that it?
It says support
the nation.
Oh. Okay, so it says support. Okay, support the notion. Support the notion that the French expected a battle over the Ohio River Valley. What did they build? What did they build near the Ohio River Valley that told the people that they were ready for battle? Grace, what do you think? Well, give me a guess. What would you build if you expected it? Forts! Okay, a lot of us know I want to give us all the opportunity. Oh, did you? I didn't hear you. Shh. Number 10 would be forts. They built forts because they expected battle.
Did we just put
Built forts. Number 11.
Hudson.
Mr. Haydell. For number 11, go ahead and read me what you got.
Infer why the English settlers won King Philip's War.
Okay, so there's that buzzword again, okay? Infer. Infer why the English settlers won King Philip's War. Morgan, what can you tell me about it?
Okay, so the English settlers won King Philip's War after Metacom was killed. Then the Native American force was most likely weaker without his leadership.
Metacom. Okay, that's the big name right here. Metacom. And depending on where you're from, it could be pronounced differently. Frankly, it's difficult to say how they actually pronounced it. Why? Why is it difficult to tell?
Because they're like different languages.
Well, they're from a different language, and are those people around anymore?
No.
They're deceased.
They're deceased, correct. Okay, so Metacom.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what are you putting Metacom?
Metacom's death.
Okay, see this.
I'm moving, relax. Metacom's death contributed.
How you spell death? D-E-A-T? Really?
Oh, wow.
Hey, I get confused with death and death. Okay, I got it right. Death? Okay, shut it. Oh.
Did you get post?
Wait, I can't see this house.
I'm moving. Hold on.
I can't see because of Ella.
Then move yourself. Ella's been fine.
Hold it.
Okay.
Can I answer number 12?
And number 12, Trista's going to go ahead and take care of that last one for me, okay?
we can explain where Washington's army was defeated.
Okay, so I'm sorry, one more time, Trista?
Explain where Washington's army was defeated.
Okay, so explain where they were defeated. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. Where were they defeated? We already used one of those words somewhere over here. It starts with an F. Do you see a word that starts with an F over here, Blake? Shh, Clement. What is it? Forts. Okay, so Clement, what or where was George Washington's army defeated? Fort something.
Fort Necessity.
I hear it. What is it?
Fort Necessity.
Fort Necessity.
I'm very smart.
I appreciate. Alden, you have no business back there. You need to be at your desk.
What are you doing?
Now. Fort Necessity.
Fort Necessity.
Okay?
I